morning.
Good morning.
To start our presentation, we want you guys ask something, so pay attention. If you were the leader of your country, which adjective would you use to describe a homeless person? Thais? Mikael?
Poor.
Poor? Okay. Hassan?
Unfortunate.
Okay.
And if you were a homeless person in your country, which adjective would you use to describe the leader of your country? Chloe?
Rich.
Rich. Lucia?
Well living.
Well living. Alma?
Indifferent.
Different?
Indifferent.
Indifferent.
Means he doesn't care.
Yes. Thank you for your answers. And today we are going to compare and contrast being the leader of your country and being a homeless person. So this is our roadmap.
I'm going to tell you 3 things about being a leader of a country. Their role in society, their personal wealth, and their education.
And then I'm going to tell you about my 3 points about being a homeless person. The first one, the roles in society. The second one, their personal wealth. And the last, their education. So let's start.
The leader of your country may have a lot of people who follow him and a few people who dislike him. My first point is role in society. The leader of your country has the biggest responsibility, which is leading the country to the right direction. It's supposed to be towards national wealth, progress, national honor, and total well-being of citizens. Some of these responsibilities are free education, enough health care, child care, and good public transportation. So now, I just told you a little bit more about the leader of your country in society. Let's move to my second point, that is his personal wealth. The leader of your country has an amount of wealth. The leader of a country has more than enough wealth to live a comfortable lifestyle. But in some third world countries, the leader of the country can get a little advantage of their corrupt policies and steal money from the government or accept dirty money to fill their personal bank accounts. And after, they can enjoy this money to travel, buy airplanes or huge cars, and live the life like a king. For example, this is the White House, everybody knows, and this is like how they eat and they travel. Okay. Sorry. Now you know more about his personal wealth. Let's move to my third point. It's education. I'm sorry. Okay. The leader of a country usually is well educated. It's highly competent. In order to become a leader of a country, one must be highly cultured, efficient, and responsible enough to run this country. Even more, the leader of a country should know at least 3 different languages. 3 different languages. And they should have 1 master's degree in another country. Until now, I told you that you know what's like to be a leader of a country. But so young, I wonder, what it's like to be a homeless person?
Thank you, Karina. On the other hand, a homeless person may have many people who dislike him and a few people who try to help him. So, first I want to talk about their roles in society. In the case of homeless person, their roles in society is very limited. Homeless people generally have little or no job responsibility, but the homeless people can do anything they want. However, homeless people usually beg for money in public places, and some homeless people will perform by playing musical instruments in the subways or on the streets, so that they can earn a few dollars. Now I've just told you the roles in society of a homeless person. And then I want to talk about their personal wealth. The leader of a country may have a great deal of personal wealth, but a homeless people, they have no personal wealth. On average, a homeless people doesn't have any personal wealth. It's because a homeless people is often born into the passed down poverty, and they struggle to barely make a living from the bottom. And they even don't have their own clean space and the place to sleep. Now you know the personal wealth of a homeless people. And I want to explain my third point, education. A homeless people may or may not be well educated. It all depends on his background. And each of the homeless people is a member of human family, and they deserve to be provided with basic living essentials. And as Karina said, in some countries, to be the leader of a country, the one should have at least master's degree. On the other hand, homeless people might not even have a high school degrees, but not necessarily. Well-educated people also can be a homeless person due to some turns of events that changes one's financial situation for the worse. It's quite possible for someone to get a great job and get a master's degree at one point, but may become a homeless people later in life. The Great Depression is the best example of this situation.
Now you know what it's like to be a leader of a country and what it's like to be a homeless person. So let's restart our points. We compare and contrast being a leader of a country and being a homeless person. In their role society, we know that the leader has a huge responsibility and the homeless person no. The second one, the leader of a country has usually enough money to enjoy his life, and the homeless person doesn't. And finally, we compare both education.
One of the similarity between a homeless person and the leader of a country is they both related to large number of people and a small number of people, but in different ways and for different reasons. But an obvious similarity between them, they both don't have their own houses. However, as we said before, there are big difference in their roles in society and their personal wealth and education.
The reason why we chose this topic is because we wanted for you guys to find the similarities between totally opposite things of the leader of a country and a homeless person. However, finally, we need to be careful because one day the leader of a country can be a homeless person and a homeless person can be the leader of your country. Thank you.
Thank you.